Oumuamua, massive, fast-moving visitor to our solar system, may have been a probe sent by an advanced alien civilization.
In 2017, no one suspected an extraterrestrial visitation until Oumuamua appeared. Scientists were perplexed by its unique shape and behavior, which gave rise to outlandish speculations, including those about its alien origins. Its name, which translates to messenger from afar, adds to its mysterious allure. Hawaiian astronomers made the discovery. However, a final and startling warning has now been released by NASA scientists. Oumuamua is not what we thought, and it's heading back to Earth right now. Come along as we race against the clock to determine its actual nature before it gets too close to Earth again. Oumuamua is unique in that it is the first known object to enter our solar system from a far-off place in space. This is highly intriguing and a big deal since it's not like anything we've ever seen. Oumuamua is perceived by scientists as being similar to something or someone unexpected that suddenly appears in your area. Everyone was taken aback when it was initially discovered in 2017. Since then, a lot of people, scientists in particular, have been really inquisitive and have worked hard to figure out what this thing is and where it came from. It is not like the typical comets and asteroids, which are space rocks or ice balls that are frequently seen whizzing by our sun. It's a bit of a conundrum for everyone and what makes it so unique. We're talking about one of the most fascinating subjects in astronomy when we talk about Oumuamua. This extraterrestrial guest has strolled into our solar neighborhood, and none could have anticipated or foreseen it. Imagine it as an unexpected guest at a party when everyone wants to know more about the newcomer. Its peculiarity and how it varies from what we're accustomed to in our cosmic surroundings are what distinguish it. The scientific community is quite enthusiastic and curious about this. Numerous knowledgeable individuals have been devoting their time and energy to cracking this cosmic mystery. They're deliberating and formulating several hypotheses in an effort to discover the mystery of this peculiar space object. This project has swiftly gained attention as a hot topic for debate and investigation in the world of space exploration and study. October 19, 2017, was a remarkable day that marked the beginning of the story of Oumuamua and an exciting time for anyone who likes stargazing. Pan-STARRS 1, a gigantic observational instrument, is located in the picturesque sceneries of Hawaii. Its main purpose is to search the sky for any asteroids that could approach Earth and pose a hazard. But on this specific day, something strange occurred. Robert Warwick, a space scientist who specializes in unraveling the secrets of space, was analyzing the information obtained by the telescope. What he discovered was quite strange. This object, which was shortly to be named Oumuamua, had little resemblance to the common celestial bodies that circle our sun, such as space rocks, comets, or asteroids. The discovery of this strange object quickly attracted the interest of professional astronomers and space enthusiasts worldwide. They could hardly wait to turn their telescopic lenses to this oddity in order to learn more. It was the subject of rigorous and extensive observation and analysis. Their combined observations revealed something rather amazing. This asteroid was acting differently from other members of our solar system family. It was not following a predictable, regular course as it gravitated around the sun. Rather, it was simply passing through, suggesting that its source was beyond of our accustomed heavenly bounds. It was so appropriately called Oumuamua, a lovely and expressive Hawaiian term selected by those who recognized it first. Its name, which means the messenger from afar arriving first, sums up its function as an interplanetary herald rather well. Not only is it a fascinating thing for scientists to study, but it also serves as a metaphor of the vastness and mystery of our universe, since it resembles getting a visit or a sign from a far-off part of our galaxy. The scientific world was excited and intrigued by this incident because it provided concrete proof of the interconnection of cosmic phenomena and served as a reminder of the limitless possibilities that exist outside of our solar system. This enigmatic space object is known by more than simply its common name, Oumuamua. It is an expression of gratitude to the people and culture of Hawaii for their important role in the discovery of new celestial bodies. Hawaii has a unique relationship to the discovery of Oumuamua, and this respect is reflected in the name. Astronomers, who are specialists in space exploration, first categorized Oumuamua as an asteroid when they first saw it. The reason for this categorization was that it didn't have the usual comet features, including a tail that follows them through space or a cloud of gas and dust around them, which is known as a coma. However, when Oumuamua started to leave our solar system, things took an unexpected turn. It began to gather up pace in an unexpected way as it began to accelerate. This acceleration is more often linked to comets than to asteroids. Comets have this unusual capacity to accelerate because of the heat that drives them to release gas and dust as they approach the sun. This discharge accelerates the comet ahead like a built-in rocket engine. The narrative gets even more fascinating at this point, though, because Oumuamua showed none of the typical cometary symptoms. There was no tail following its trajectory, no gas or dust emissions observed, and no hazy halo. The scientists were perplexed by this comet's lack of regular activity. Oumuamua was behaving like a comet in certain situations and appearing like an asteroid in others, which perplexed them. Oumuamua's peculiar blend of traits makes it an intriguing and mysterious thing. It cast doubt on accepted theories and raised a host of fresh queries on the nature of this item and its origins. As we look into this intergalactic enigma, what will we discover? Join us as we investigate the bizarre realm of Oumuamua. A totally different type of space rock in modern times, Oumuamua has led some scientists to believe that it is a rather stealthy comet that is not like the ones we typically observe. They suggest that it may be emitting minuscule amounts of gas or dust, too tiny for our satellite telescopes to detect. This minute, nearly imperceptible puffing may be the cause of Oumuamua's increasing speed as it departs our solar system. In the event that this is accurate, Oumuamua would symbolize a novel kind of comet, one that deviates from our common conception of them as large, brilliant, and having a long tail. As a result, Oumuamua would resemble a covert comet, disappearing behind the usual characteristics that enable us to identify comets from a distance. As an alternative, Harvard professor Avi Loeb has added a more radical theory to the combination. He's thought of something quite amazing that moves us into science fiction territory. According to Loeb, Oumuamua could not even be a naturally occurring object like an asteroid or comet. Imagine an extremely thin, reflective sheet or sail that is gathering sunlight to glide through space, similar to how a sailboat collects wind to travel over water. This is how he imagines it may be a piece of advanced technology from another culture. It's possible that this light sail is a man-made item delivered from a distant galaxy or possibly another solar system. As Loeb notes, Oumuamua defies our conventional notion of natural space entities due to its peculiar form, glossy surface, and peculiar motion. The implication in Loeb's idea is what makes it so compelling. It would be a huge finding suggesting that there may be other sentient life forms if Oumuamua were in fact a probe from an extraterrestrial civilization. The idea that we might not be alone in this enormous cosmos is one that piques curiosity and ignites the imagination. Even while this concept is exciting, caution is still necessary. There are several theories about aliens, and the majority of scientists in the subject are still dubious. Their inclination is to choose more traditional explanations that adhere to natural cosmic events, particularly when the extraterrestrial theory deviates significantly from the available data. Furthermore, most scientists contend that we should concentrate on more grounded hypotheses because Oumuamua is now well beyond our grasp and there is still a great deal we don't know about it and the plethora of other mysteries hidden in the expanse of space. However, the controversy surrounding Oumuamua invites us to remain open-minded and to further our cosmic exploration by illuminating the vast amount of mystery and uncharted territory that exists beyond Earth. Scientists have been perplexed by Oumuamua ever since it came into view, and they have been attempting to reconcile this unusual visitor with our knowledge of space without relying on fantastical theories like aliens. After much brainstorming, they have come up with a few ideas to explain Oumuamua's peculiar traits and behavior, all of which rely on natural events. A more straightforward theory is that Oumuamua is a piece that was previously a bigger celestial body, such as a planet or an asteroid, but it broke off from the rest of the body long ago. This situation is like discovering a solitary jigsaw puzzle piece on the ground. You're left wondering about the whole picture even if you know it's a part of a larger one without the other parts. Therefore, Oumuamua is only a fragment that we may perceive when we gaze at it. We are unaware of the original object's appearance or the process by which the piece was detached from it. It's comparable to unearthing a mystery artifact from a vanished culture. We can conjecture about its provenance and function, but our knowledge remains incomplete in the absence of all relevant information. Scientists have also put forward the intriguing theory that Oumuamua may actually be a hydrogen iceberg. This is a very new theory, implying that Oumuamua is really a large volume of frozen hydrogen gas. This is an interesting idea since solid hydrogen does not exist in the earthly environs we are accustomed with. The theory behind this is that Oumuamua may have been composed of this unusual type of ice if it had formed in a much colder, more remote region of the galaxy. According to hypothesis, the frozen hydrogen underwent sublimation, a direct conversion from frozen to gas, as it approached our sun's temperature. This response may operate as a mild prod, accelerating Oumuamua without creating the bright, noticeable tail that comets are known for. Nonetheless, there has been much discussion and controversy about this hydrogen iceberg notion among the scientific community. The survival of an object like this raises a lot of issues and problems. Radiation and other cosmic violence are known to be dangerous on space missions, and they have the ability to destroy a delicate frozen hydrogen item before it ever reaches our solar system. The feasibility of this concept is a subject of debate among scientists who assess the probability of a hydrogen iceberg withstanding the harsh circumstances of interstellar travel. Oumuamua is thought by some astronomers to be the first example of a whole new class of space wanderers, objects that are created by peculiar cosmic processes in distant star systems. If this is accurate, it may indicate that there are a lot more of these peculiar space nomads out there, waiting to be found by us. Discovering other things similar to Oumuamua would be like unlocking a treasure trove of knowledge, enabling us to gain a better understanding of what's going on outside of our solar neighborhood at the furthest reaches of our galaxy. Let's now explore Oumuamua's unusual look. Everyone is buzzing about this space object because of its unusual shape. It is far thinner and longer than any asteroid or comet that has ever been seen in our solar system. To get a sense of Oumuamua's remarkable proportions, imagine a cucumber that has been stretched 10 times longer than its normal size. It resembles a cosmic cigar or needle since it is around 800 meters, or half a mile, long and barely 80 meters broad. However, because it is so far away and difficult to view with even the most powerful telescopes, attempting to determine its precise form is a difficulty. This challenge heightens the intrigue and mystery surrounding Oumuamua. Its form is unlike anything we have observed orbiting the Sun before, despite its distance and the blurriness of our vision. Scientists are baffled by its peculiar form and how it travels through space, asking what forces may have molded it and how it came into being. What else can we discover about Oumuamua's peculiar ways as we delve further into cosmic secrets? The journey into the unknown never ends. Instead of merely traveling through space with ease, the red riddle from space Oumuamua is whirling and twisting in every way. Numerous experts conclude that Oumuamua has had numerous hardships in the past because of its irrational whirling. They speculate that it may have crashed into something large or was hurled swiftly from its original location. The fact that it is traveling faster as it gets farther from the Sun is more intriguing. It is not just the Sun tugging on it that is causing this rise in speed. We're still attempting to identify the mysterious source that appears to be providing it an extra push. We can deduce more from Oumuamua's appearance. Its rich crimson hue is reminiscent of things discovered far from Neptune. When there are organic molecules on the surface, this hue is frequently visible. These molecules are life's fundamental building blocks. This implies that Oumuamua contains some of the necessary components, but it does not imply that it contains life. Oumuamua is a true enigma in the sky because of its peculiar hue, weird form, and the enigmatic forces affecting it. It's like a cosmic mystery novel come to life, with each new piece of information we learn about Oumuamua improving our comprehension of not only one odd object, but the entire cosmos. Imagine Oumuamua traveling across space for billions of years on an extraordinarily lengthy and lonely trip. It travels across the icy, dark region between the stars and is always under attack from cosmic rays. They aren't your typical particles, they are supercharged particles traveling across space at breakneck speeds. They demolish Oumuamua, altering its composition and resulting in a darkening and reddish surface. For scholars, this shift is an important hint. It implies that for an extraordinarily long period, Oumuamua has been traveling the galaxy, encountering the harshness of space and becoming scarred by these cosmic interactions. This proof of its arduous voyage heightens the intrigue and mystery of researching such a singular space object. Let's explore the enigmas surrounding cosmic rays and their impacts in more detail now. These are strong forces capable of radically changing the character of space objects, not simply basic energy beams whizzing through space. The fact that cosmic rays can produce intricate organic compounds is really amazing. Consider these not as living things, but rather as the very first rungs on the ladder of life, the fundamental parts that allow life to begin. This discovery is nothing short of amazing because it raises the possibility that Oumuamua is more than just a straying stone in the expanse of space. Rather, it may be a carrier, a vessel, of the exact components that may eventually give rise to life as we know it. Its surface may have become a complicated canvas painted with a vast array of chemicals and compounds due to the length of time it has spent traveling through the expanses of space and constant exposure to various cosmic occurrences. The vast stage of interstellar space, where Oumuamua has been quietly floating, is a mercilessly harsh place. Nonetheless, heavenly objects are surprisingly preserved by this harsh environment. Space's extreme cold and utter emptiness make it the ideal preservation environment. There are no neighboring scorching suns to burn their surfaces, nor atmospheres to wear them down with wind and precipitation. Under this perspective, Oumuamua becomes more than simply a piece of cosmic debris. Rather, it becomes a relic from the far past, a messenger of forgotten tales from billions of years ago. Its journey across the shadowy, nearly empty spaces between stars may have kept its surface nearly identical to how it was when it was initially sent into space, turning it into a priceless time capsule from the universe. The fact that Oumuamua's voyage has been everything from lonely adds another dimension to this cosmic story. Each planet, moon, and star in our solar system, a hive of activity, has its own gravitational pull. Oumuamua was impacted by this intricate gravitational dance as it traveled through our cosmic neighborhood. For astronomers, here is when the actual investigation work starts. As cosmic investigators, they follow Oumuamua's path and speed through the gravitational maze of our solar system using telescopes, radars, and mathematical models. Scientists can try to reverse Oumuamua's cosmic voyage by closely monitoring the changes in its route and speed as it curled around the sun and raced by planets. By doing so, they may be able to piece together evidence that may indicate its origin and the cataclysmic events that may have expelled it into the realm of the stars. Moreover, this is about discovering the interwoven tales of celestial bodies across the cosmos, not just following the route of a single item. Every encounter Oumuamua has inside our solar system contributes a piece to the puzzle of the dynamics and history of our cosmic surroundings. Knowing more about Oumuamua aids in scientific research into the composition of solar systems, the nature of other celestial bodies, and even the distribution of ingredients that may one day support life on Earth. Thus, researching Oumuamua teaches us not only about a far-off object, but also about the components of our own planet and maybe even the seeds of life itself, concealed in these mysterious space travelers that sail throughout the universe. The plot thickens as we follow Oumuamua's journey. Can we figure out the riddles it leaves behind in space? Taking a crazy trip on star gravity, let's now explore an intriguing idea that resembles a cosmic slingshot effect, the gravity assist technique. Imagine yourself participating in an interplanetary tag match. You whoosh near a major celestial body, such as a planet or star, and its gravity gives you a huge speed boost that makes you go much faster than previously. In the expanse of space, this is what takes place. Researchers examine these gravitational accelerations that an object, like Oumuamua, encounters when it passes by space's massive inhabitants, such as the planets and stars in our solar system. They count these boosts carefully, which add up over Oumuamua's space journey. They become cosmic detectives as a result, retracing Oumuamua's intergalactic journey to try to determine where it came from. Many scientists have embarked upon this detective work in space to determine which star systems or individual stars Oumuamua may have come across while traveling through space. They make assumptions about young star clusters and even individual stars, like HD 2922-49 and HIP 3757, that may have had near interactions with Oumuamua in the distant past. However, determining the precise celestial neighborhood from which Oumuamua originated is quite difficult. We still don't fully comprehend Oumuamua's exact speed or its path over the cosmic voids. Even more, the galaxy is like a busy cosmic highway, with planetary systems and stars always in motion, making it difficult to determine Oumuamua's initial course. If Oumuamua was propelled in any way by material released into space, like a cosmic jet, this would complicate the process of determining its exact path. The interstellar medium, which Oumuamua is traveling through as it travels across the region between stars, is a thin but vast combination that resembles a highly dilute cosmic soup made up of tiny dust particles, gases, and rapidly moving charged particles. Even with this space soup's extreme brittleness, over very long times, it has a cumulative effect on things like Oumuamua, slightly changing their paths. This gradual, elegant interaction with interstellar matter gives Oumuamua's narrative another layer of intrigue. Scientists need to take these subtle, enduring cues into account as they try to piece together Oumuamua's incredible voyage. The work is like charting a grand tour across a limitless, always shifting star field. Oumuamua is an enigmatic guest from a location far outside our star family, which makes it incredibly special and interesting. Oumuamua is not a solar system object, in contrast to the common celestial objects we see in our sky, such planets, asteroids, and comets that orbit our sun. It feels like a visitor traveling through space from a different star system entirely, someone from a far-off neighborhood in the wide universe. Consider a guest who is not only from another nation, but much more remarkable, they are from a different galaxy than our own. The global enthusiasm around the 2017 discovery of Oumuamua was immense, particularly among scientists and general space enthusiasts who share a passion for stars, planets, and all things space. The majority of the objects discovered in space prior to Oumuamua were from close by, such as comets from the periphery of our solar system or asteroids from our asteroid belt. However, Oumuamua, it was unique and unlike anything else. It was not just some old space rock drifting across space. It was the first time we had ever seen anything that originated well outside the well-known bounds of our solar system. Like a child discovering a unique seashell on the beach or catching a rare butterfly, that's how these space specialists felt about Oumuamua. This was a glimpse of what's out there in the vast, enigmatic regions of space that lay beyond our solar backyard, not merely the discovery of a new type of space object. It's similar like receiving a message from the huge cosmos in a bottle. For this reason, Oumuamua wasn't just any old finding, rather, it was a huge discovery. Let's explore Oumuamua's voyage in more detail. The majority of the planets in our solar system go along predetermined routes around the sun in the vastness of space. These routes resemble lengthy ovals or circles that are called orbits. These bodies remain gravitationally bound to the sun along these predictable routes. But Oumuamua doesn't follow these guidelines. It travels across our solar system in a direction called as a hyperbolic trajectory, which may seem technical but only means it is traveling one way. Oumuamua, in contrast to the planets and comets that orbit the sun repeatedly, only made one visit, gained a great deal of momentum from the sun, and is currently leaving our solar system forever. Because of this, Oumuamua becomes more than simply a wanderer, rather, a cosmic sprinter, driving off onto a route that will carry it deep into space, never to return to our solar neighborhood. Because of its unusual behavior, scientists have the rare chance to examine an item from a distant galaxy and learn more about the vast and enigmatic cosmos that lies beyond our direct line of sight. What final secrets is Oumuamua divulging as its space visit comes to an end? We have an even more intriguing interplanetary mystery coming next. The ancient space guest that never returns. The speed at which Oumuamua experienced is astounding. Imagine that it reached a top speed of about 26 kilometers per second. In order to put it into perspective, imagine being able to sprint across a metropolis in a single blink. That's faster than any automobile, aircraft, or even the quickest rockets we've ever built on Earth. It is traveling through the solar system at such a high speed that it is really leaving our sun behind in its cosmic rearview mirror. It is currently speeding toward what is known as the Pegasus constellation in the sky, and it has no intention of turning around. Similar to a migrating bird that knows when to go south for the winter, Oumuamua's absence is permanent rather than just temporary. Consider Oumuamua's visit as a unique, once-in-a-lifetime experience. Even with its tremendous might, the sun's gravitational attraction is unable to entice it back for another show because of its incredible speed. Imagine throwing a ball so hard that it doesn't simply land outside your yard, it goes beyond the nearby trees, past the far-off mountains, and it doesn't stop moving at all. Oumuamua is accomplishing the same thing, but on an interstellar scale. All our astronomers could do when it zoomed by us was follow its trajectory, conduct mathematical calculations, and try to learn as much as they could from this fleeting meeting. They have concluded that it will carry on with its lonesome journey throughout the cosmos, cruising over the Milky Way's boundless starry expanse. For untold years to come, it may continue its silent journey throughout the cosmos, crossing paths with other solar systems or meandering through the lonesome spaces between the stars. Oumuamua resembles a massive cosmic arrow that is aimed directly at us, having descended from the starry heavens. Consider it as a massive space marker. Researchers have been working extremely hard to understand Oumuamua's motion. They observed that, in contrast to our own planets, such as Earth and Mars, which orbit the Sun in circular routes, it moves in a straight line. This linear motion, dubbed a hyperbolic trajectory by the space community, is a major hint. This implies that Oumuamua did not originate in our solar backyard. Rather, it appears to have come from a location that is far outside of our own star group, in a separate area of the enormous cosmos, and it traveled a very, very long journey. Another intriguing component of the jigsaw is now the direction of Oumuamua's origin. It appears to have come from the region of the sky where the constellation Lyra is visible. Lyra is a pattern in the stars far above us, as when you point your finger up at a group of stars in the night sky. The difficult part comes next. Although we can reasonably infer its direction of origin, pinpointing the precise star or planet that Oumuamua was circling before it passed by is extremely difficult. This is due to the fact that space is incredibly large. Furthermore, Oumuamua may have been traversing this enormous void for millions or perhaps billions of years, a very long period. Thus, even if we have some hints, the precise origin of this space visitor remains a mystery. It is extremely difficult to pinpoint Oumuamua's precise origin amid the vastness of space. Imagine a beach that is enormous and has an infinite number of sand grains. Now consider attempting to determine the exact rock that one of those little grains broke off from millions of years ago. That is comparable to the challenge astronomers have in determining Oumuamua's dwelling. The cosmos is enormous and teeming with planets, stars, and other celestial things that are always in motion and changing. This is a difficult undertaking even with our advanced technology and high levels of skill, since space is not only vast, but also full of secrets and intricacies that we are only now starting to unravel. Nonetheless, Oumuamua's route into our solar system provides important clues for astronomers. It's similar to possessing a compass that points not northward but rather to a particular region in the vast cosmic ocean that is well beyond the bounds of our solar system. Despite its seeming smallness, this knowledge constitutes a significant portion of the cosmic puzzle. It gives us a better knowledge of the structure of the universe and the motion of things across space by providing a window into areas outside of our solar neighborhood or our immediate cosmic environs. The short answer to the question of whether Oumuamua will return to Earth is probably no. Imagine a spacecraft passing a planet at such a high speed that it avoids the planet's gravitational attraction and continues to travel in a straight line. That is the actions of Oumuamua. It did not follow an orbit or a loop that would have brought it back around to us. Instead, it traveled in a straight line across our solar system. It is akin to a transient celestial visitor that has resumed its voyage, with no intention of stopping by again in our lives or even the lifetimes of the next generations. This is an extraordinary occasion, a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see an extraterrestrial visitor fly past our own neighborhood in space. Nevertheless, Oumuamua's significance is not diminished by the fact that he is a one-time guest and won't be returning. Indeed, Oumuamua may be considered a kind of cosmic emissary or envoy. It is passing by us by coincidence while bringing secrets from a far-off region of our galaxy. It may not communicate or transmit signals, but the data it provides about its speed, trajectory, and physical characteristics is priceless. Scientists can learn more about the circumstances and forces at work in different regions of the Milky Way by examining these features. Is Oumuamua only the start of an even bigger cosmic drama, or has he revealed the actual extent and mystique of our universe? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more mind-bending space mysteries.